Hey everyone, how are you guys today? I hope you all had a great weekend and you're well rested and ready for another week. And I've been running around like crazy today. Mondays, I'm filming this on a Monday. You probably won't see it until Tuesday morning, but anyhow, just know that I've been running around today. A lot of errands to do and grocery shopping and just one thing or another. That's just typical for a Monday. But listen, I've had some requests for some more healthier desserts. I've got a few friends that are either diabetics or are following a keto plan. So I'm going to try to help them out because I know exactly what that's like. So I was watching some videos today and I followed this lady. Her name is got my oven preheated. I've been following her for probably a couple of years now, and some of you may be familiar with her, but her name's Christy, and she does Christy's Keto Lifestyle. Well, I was scrolling today, and she was doing a video on some lemon blueberry muffins, and I thought, goodness, that sounds good, because I love blueberries. I love anything lemon. Y'all know that. So I thought, I'm going to make those today. I got to looking through to see if I had all my ingredients. I had everything except for blueberries. I said, I'm not going to let that stop me. No, I've got fresh strawberries. So I'm going to do lemon. I know lemon usually is very well paired with blueberries, but I'm going to do them with strawberries today because that's what I have. And I love strawberries, fresh strawberries, just as much as I love fresh blueberries. So anyhow, I've talked enough. Let's get in. It's very simple and easy. It's got a few ingredients, but most of them are ingredients that you probably have already on hand in your kitchen. So let me tell you what I've done so far. I've already put my dry ingredients in, and I'm gonna look at her instructions because I've never made these before, so you're making them with me. But I did go ahead for the sake of time and put all of my dry ingredients in my mixing bowl, but I want to tell you what they are, so in case you want to. And then I'll also link Christy's Keto Lifestyle at the end of my video once my video uploads, and give her credit for these because that's where I got this idea. Okay, so I've got in my bowl 2 cups of almond flour. You can use whatever brand of almond flour that you can get in your local store. Just make sure that it's almond flour. And I've got 2 cups of almond flour. I've got a 1/2 cup of monk fruit sweetener, and this is what I use. You can use whatever monk fruit sweetener that you can get in your local store, but this is what I have, and you see that it says keto friendly. Okay, so that's an alternative to sugar, and that is a 1/2 cup. Okay, I've got 2 teaspoons of baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder. Okay, I've got 1/8 teaspoon of salt. That's my dry ingredients. So I'm going to whisk those. It says to whisk those really well. So I'm going to whisk all of those dry ingredients together. Make sure that they're well distributed and well combined. Okay, then we'll add our wet ingredients to our dry ingredients. And stay with me. I'm going to take you step by step and tell you exactly what I'm putting in, okay? So I've got 1/4 of a cup of heavy cream. Okay. To that, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of sour cream, okay? I'm going to try to measure as precise as I can so that the nutritional facts are correct. That's 1 tablespoon. And 2 tablespoons of sour cream. Okay, that's 2 tablespoons. I'm eating them and my hands are clean. Washed them before I ever started this video, so I don't want to leave anything. Okay, so that is 2 tablespoons of sour cream. Okay, next we're going to add 1 tablespoon. This is a 2 tablespoon little cup, and I've got it half full. And I'm going to be putting in 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Okay. Now I did not have fresh lemons, so that is not fresh squeezed lemon. It's real lemon juice, but I didn't have lemons to squeeze. So if you do, that's probably better. Okay, and so I've got 3 tablespoons of melted butter. Okay, and then we've got 2 eggs going in. They've been sitting out at room temperature. There's 1. And there's 2. Okay, and we're going to combine this, mix this really well until it's smooth. We're going to combine the wet and the dry ingredients until it's smooth like a batter, and then we will gently fold in according to her recipe, the blueberries, but I'm using strawberries. So now she said that this, I think I'm gonna get this out of here and then use my spatula so I can stir that a little bit better. She said that this batter makes 36 mini blueberry muffins. Okay, I don't have a muffin pan that makes 36 minis. 36 times 12. I've got a 12, and then I'm going to be using a regular size. And if I need to bake more, then I'll get out another regular muffin pan. But I'm gonna be making some mini ones and some regular size ones. And I've already got both of my pans greased, so I didn't have to take the time to do that. Okay, I believe that is very creamy. And this is what the consistency of your batter will be like, okay? Now, in case I forget, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this while I'm thinking about it, for those, in case I forget at the end. These are only 0.8 net carbs, not even 1 net carb for 1 little mini muffin. So, depending on if you're counting your carbs, you can adjust how many of those you can have. Okay, so I'm putting in my strawberries. Got 3/4 of a cup. Okay, and we're going to gently fold those in. And folding is just down and over and under, okay? It's not stirring, it's not stirring the pot. It's just folding it down over and around, okay? Till you get those strawberries. I think these are gonna be good. I am very soon going to make my keto cornbread. Y'all see this little knife right here? Can y'all see that handle? My grandmother, I've got a set of these. I don't know why I'm telling you. This has nothing to do with this video. I've got a set of 4 of those, okay? My grandmother, my mama, made these. She made these knives. I have no idea how old they are. I truly don't. But anyhow, okay. So now I'm gonna get our scooper and we're gonna fill our muffin pans, okay? And then we'll see how many. I'm gonna do a little. Yeah. I know when you're doing like cupcakes, usually you just don't fill them all the way to the top. But I don't think this almond flour is gonna rise like a, I've never made these before. Maybe putting too much in them. We'll just have some fat mini ones. Gosh, y'all, I'm so sorry. Y'all cannot even see me. I apologize. Sometimes you just get busy doing what you're doing and you forget to look up. And these bake at 350 degrees. And I am going to check mine a little bit before. It says 16 to 15, let's see, 16 to 17 minutes. I'm going to check mine at about 14 because my gas stove cooks a little bit, maybe a little bit hotter, a little bit quicker. Look at those. And we'll see how they turn out. Like I said, it's a first for me. I hope they're good. I mean, like I said, I've been following her for a while and her food always looks so good. Matter of fact, I've tried several of her recipes and they always come out really good. Okay, so these I'm making, you know, I'm gonna make these fit because I don't really have that much batter left. So we're gonna make it fill these regular size ones up. Okay, let's see what we end up with, guys. I'm gonna pop these in a 350 degree oven, and in about 15 minutes, I'll come back and we'll give them a taste test and see how these turns out. And you may wanna try to make them yourself, okay? I'll be back in about 15 minutes, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. The muffins are out of the oven. Y'all, they look and smell delicious. Now, I went ahead, let them cool for just a second so that I could take a bite and give you my honest opinion about them. And I went ahead, I've always liked to cut my muffins open and spread a little butter on them. And I said, you know, these would probably be really good with some type of lemon glaze on top of them. But anyhow, I cut them open so I could show you the inside of them. Look at there. Put a little butter. Got a little butter on there. So let's give them a try. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you. I told y'all I've been following Christy for quite a while, and that woman is on to something. She's got cookbooks. Y'all got to go check her page out if you want a healthy keto style of living. I think she's lost like 60 pounds on her following just a strict keto diet, but she literally, there goes my dishwasher again. I always forget and start it in between my videos. But she's lost weight and managed to keep it off for years now. And she just, her recipes, every recipe I've ever made of hers truly is delicious. And she tries to take dishes that we are used to eating, grew up eating, and she keto-fies them and makes them very healthy. So I don't know her personally, but I know that she's got some great recipes. These, guys, maybe a little bit of a different texture from regular flour to the almond flour, but the taste is there. And I'm just happy that I can have more than one. Okay, listen, I will share her link with this recipe. And if you want to give these a try, I think that you should. This will not be my last time making them. Like I said, I've got family members that visit quite often that are diabetic, and I will be making these for them. Guys, so good. Put your, I mean, if you wanted to, butter. You could even put some sugar-free. If you wanted more of a strawberry taste or a blueberry taste, you could use your sugar-free jam. Spread a little bit of that on the inside. Don't need it, but anyhow, it's delicious, okay? I give it a thumbs up. It's got my approval. I'll make it again. I appreciate Christy sharing all her great recipes with us. And I know typically I'm a Southern old-fashioned cook, and I cook a lot of just the Southern way. Got some fresh green beans cooking over there on the stove with a little bit of bacon grease in them. And anyhow, I'm gonna go and recommend that you give these a try. I think that you'll really like them. And like I said, they're very, very low carb. Thank y'all once again for joining me in my kitchen, and I appreciate it. And listen, if you like this video or you like my other videos, could you please give me a thumbs up or a heart or a comment or like it and share it? I would appreciate it. That's how my page grows and how I get my content out there and how I'm able to interact with my followers and stuff, which I love. I love you guys coming and joining me. I'm just overwhelmed with gratitude that you even want to follow my page. So I do thank you for it, and I appreciate you for it. But until next time, this is Gigi, and I'm going to say goodbye, but I'm going to challenge you to go out and find somebody to show some love to. There's a lot of people out there that need some love and kindness, and let God use you to be the one that shows it to them, okay? All right, I love y'all. Until the next time, when I see you right back here in my kitchen for another great recipe. Bye, guys. I love y'all.